and a good evening.
Yes, Sunday again.
Yes, it is. A bit earlier than normal, but yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's not messed up too many people around coming on an hour earlier. But yeah, there's something on the telly, and it starts at 7 o'clock. So
Kev, I already know it's wrestling.
Yes.
So we'll only be going for 45 minutes tonight, so we're finishing about 7:15. Let Kev get time to get to his television and everything. So, but yeah, how's your week been?
Obviously, I've got the videos out, like I said I was going to do for the Skyline. And obviously, if you've seen those videos, you will know some of the, like I mentioned before a couple of weeks ago to you, Mark, didn't I? So I'd already done it.
Yeah.
And some of the lights didn't work inside, though it doesn't really, it's not an issue.
No.
Because I've done some videos at night or in the dark, and you can see the whole thing, even with I think there's only about 4 or 5 of the lights inside out of the 8 that actually work, but actually the ones that do work light all up inside blue anyway, so
yeah,
you wouldn't notice. But I'm glad that it's together, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I've done that. I've had the Batman 66, that's here. Obviously Lynch King, that'll be tomorrow. And I've also had that was it, the Power Rangers Megazord, the latest pack of that. So they should be on the channel this week. But yeah, so this week it's just been sort of catching up and doing stuff.
Yeah, I've been frustrated because out of 5 builds that I'm doing, it looked like I was only able to do 2 of them because of the delays. So
yeah,
the Enterprise D is out of stock and waiting on that to come in. The Titanic, we're waiting for a specific issue to get a replacement part, and then we find out that the Lancaster bomber's delayed by 2 weeks. It's like, get your act together.
Well, I've got an Enterprise issue to do here, but I had an email this week from Fan Home saying my back issues, so that is issue 27 to 32, are coming into stock, and I should have a delivery or a dispatch every 15 days.
Yeah.
Once they've been booked in. So it's
I haven't seen any email from Fan Home about my missing 2 packs that are out of stock. So yeah. I don't know what's going on.
I think they were doing it in batches because there was a post put up on the customer service page, and but he said emails that they were sending out now on that. Well, I didn't get an email that day. I actually got it about 3 days later. So I'm wondering if they're doing the emails in batches.
Could be. But luckily, I worked out that I could get a Titanic video out. Because the Titanic's due at the end of this week, which has the replacement circuit board that we need to carry on. So I realised I can do, I think it was 174 I was able to do. So I managed to get 3 out. So yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Still frustrating though, with all
delays can be really frustrating, but they sort of happen so regularly now. It's just sort of, it's become part of the part work. Sort of thing now. It's you sort of expect it slightly.
But the good news is Fan Home have announced that they will be doing in the USA and the UK the full build of the Optimus Prime.
Yes. So Optimus Prime is going as a full build only, like the
Megazord.
Exactly like the Megazord. And in that pack, you'll get the premium base, which what you got, Mark.
Yeah.
And obviously, you'll get the books, but they'll be in sort of book form, if you know what I mean. They won't be magazines. So yeah, it looks like a lot of these builds, once they're finished, they're going to start doing them as full builds. So
I think we kind of guessed that was going to happen because it disappeared quite quickly off Fan Home's website when we signed up for it.
Yeah.
And just hasn't made a return. And I think we both said that we reckon it'll come back, but as a full build, not as a week by week build.
Yes, yeah.
So if you want to get the model as a full build, it's well worth it.
Oh, 100% worth it. Yeah, I put a post up saying about it, and Yeah, highly recommend doing it. Yeah, it's very, very good build.
And also a reminder, tomorrow in the UK that the website goes live for the 1989 Batmobile.
Yep.
So it's the 1st of September tomorrow.
Yeah, get your pre-orders in. Keep refreshing that page because it's gonna.
We don't know when what time the website's gonna go live.
Yeah. It might be, I would say, between 9 and 10 o'clock, maybe. It may be later. But once again, they've said dates before to us and they haven't stuck to that date. Yeah. So don't be surprised if it actually doesn't go live tomorrow.
Right. We'll just have to wait and see. Watch the website and see what happens.
Yeah.
Well, that's really all it's been about this week is delays, things coming into stock, or that's really it. It's frustrating when you're trying to build a model and you can't do because there's so many delays going on.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating, but suppose it will. I just hope it doesn't go down the route like the Gauntlet, where people are waiting over a year for parts.
Yes.
That is very frustrating.
Yeah.
But they still release new ones, so what can you do?
Yeah.
Apart from please sort out the old ones before you release any more new ones. So, right, well, we'll go through chat and see what everybody else has got to say. Because, like I said, there's not really much news.
Very quiet.
Right, hold on. Okay, so at nearly 3:30 yesterday, we had Steve131 with Evening All. So good evening, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Then we've got Will's Workshop saying hi all. Remember to hit those likes.
Yep. Cheers, Will.
And then at 6:24, we've got D, who says a very good evening, Mark and Kev. Good evening, D.
Hi, D.
Then we've got Lee Gibbon, who says, evening, guys, that time again. Good evening, Lee. Welcome.
Hi, Lee.
And then we've got Kevin and Mary, who says, afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, Kevin and Mary.
Hiya.
Right, I can go from today's now. We got Spider Sprue in, who says, hi, Matt. Just remembered it was on early today. Hi, Spider Sprue. Welcome.
Brilliant. Welcome, yeah.
And then there also goes Hop. And, of course, hi, Kev.
Here's Spider Sprue.
Then we've got Dave Mac Bills, who says, good evening, Mark and Kev. Have a great stream tonight. Thank you, Dave Mac, and welcome.
Cheers, Dave.
Then we've got Jeff Lighting, who says, hi, guys. Hi, Jeff and Maggie. Welcome.
Hi, Jeff.
And then we've got Following Ghost in, who says, hey, guys. Hi, Following Ghost.
Hiya.
And then we've got Kevin and Mary in again, saying, evening, everyone. Evening, Kevin and Mary.
Kevin and Mary. Hiya.
Spanish Drew says, my last pack of Optimus is delayed.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow, that's strange, because we got ours fine, didn't we?
Yeah, I think, that was one of the ones that had a few delays at the start, but actually had no delays towards the end. It sort of arrived on time. It was all right.
I've not heard of that being delayed.
No.
So that's strange. I hope that doesn't carry on, because, like I said, in the UK, we got them fine and on time.
Yeah.
So, very strange. Oh, he also says Optimus and Germany. So Germany's getting the full pack as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So, wow.
They're all getting it.
Dylan's done a model, says, come on, 89 Batmobile.
Yeah, so, tomorrow, get your pre-orders in.
I would get them in quick because I can see that closing quite soon, a bit like the Red Bull.
Yeah.
That it will disappear and you'll have to wait a few months for it to reappear to order it again.
Yes.
So, I can definitely see that one being hot, if you know what I mean. He also says, sorry, evening all, I just heard 89 Batmobile and got super excited. The one you're looking at doing, Kev?
Hopefully, yeah. I'll put my pre-order in, see what happens.
Right. I'm going to say you've done every other one, so...
Yeah, I've done the Tumbler, I've done the 66, sorry. So the 89 will be banging between the two of them.
I still think we need a Batwing.
Yeah, I think we definitely need a Batwing. I mean, the cars after. I mean, they're obviously doing all the Batman cars. So there's obviously the 95 Batmobile and the 98, the 97 Batmobile. Sorry, so you had one 95 and 97, I do believe.
Yeah, it changes, didn't it?
Yeah. So Kilmer had a different one, and so did Clooney.
Yeah.
So they all had different versions of it. So
yeah, could be a very expensive habit collecting.
Yes, and then there was the and then obviously we had the latest Batmobile as well for Robert Pattinson. So
yeah, so it looks like, I mean, not me. I'm not a big Batman fan, but
no, I'm missing one as well. We had the Justice League Ben Affleck one as well.
Oh, okay.
So there was that one. Yeah, every time we've had a Batman, they've given us a Batmobile different. No one has ever taken on the same Batmobile. So,
gosh, the amount of these cars he's got for good luck is a millionaire, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Dylan says, every time you think I can save money now, have done my build, then they release more models you can't say no to. Yeah, I can believe that.
Yep.
At the moment, though, with the Titanic finishing in October, I am 2 models down. So, yes. And there's nothing on the horizon that's catching my eye currently. So,
yeah,
I'll be putting that money to getting more paints, I think. But there's nothing on the horizon out there that is fulfilling them 2 models at the moment.
Yeah.
That could change, though. That could
change. Definitely.
You just never know what's around the corner.
No, you never know. I mean, we've had a lot of tests, haven't we, as well? So we know we had the Yoda test, didn't we? The Star Wars Yoda.
Yeah,
that was tested.
France, I believe.
Yeah, and so was the Star Wars Mandalorian figure with the speeder bike.
Yeah.
And then we've also had the one from Hachette as well, the DB5, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a DB5
1/6 scale.
The Guardians of the Galaxy as well.
Yeah, so we've had all these tests done, so anything of them could turn up at any point now, because they were all tested at the start of the year and at like the end of last year. So any of them could turn up.
Bumblebee was tested.
Yes, Bumblebee was tested as well. That was another one, yeah.
Yeah, so we could watch this space, I suppose.
Yeah.
We've got David Hawley in, who says, a very good evening, Kevin, Mark. Nice and early. Really good evening to you both. Have a good one, guys. Thank you, David, and welcome.
Cheers, David. Thank you.
Spice Proof says, in Germany, the Optimus has 3 options. Subscription 1, Standard 2, Fast and 3, Complete Build.
Oh, okay.
That's strange. So they're still doing it on a subscription in Germany?
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah. But, I mean, all they've said in the UK is it's just going to be a full build, so...
We'll have to wait. I think when the website goes live, we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, but I think they're going live next month.
Yeah, I think they said next month it goes for the UK.
But the USA is earlier, as far as
I think the USA's soon, I think, or if it's not already on.
Yeah. Just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Can't speculate. David Hawley says, yeah, come on, the 89 Batmobile. And D says, Batwing, never say never. There you go.
No, I've always said this. Years ago, we could say, oh, that'd never get done. I mean, I'm building one. I'd never think the Lynch King would ever get built or as a build. It was just, it was right off the bat, that one.
Yeah.
It's a bit sort of like, oh, okay.
Kevin and Mary say 66 is simply the best Batman car. I think everybody who's a fan of Batman has their favourite car. Yeah,
I've always found the Batman car is always it's very much like the Doctor Who and 007. Everyone has their Bond. Everyone has their Doctor. Everyone has their version of the Batman or Batmobile, and it's the same with Superman as well. Everyone has their own their favourite Superman. So
yeah, I think it's a generation thing, really.
Yeah, you tend to find when someone says, "Oh, their favourite is such and such," there's like it's an age thing, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
definitely. Will's Workshop says, "I forgot you were early tonight. Just been building the next bit of the RB19."
Oh, lovely.
Nice. We've got Helder in, who says, "Hi, Kevin and Mark and everyone. Good evening, Helder. Welcome."
Hi, Helder.
Spice Drew says, "Well, you might as well do the Batman, the animated, the options in the Brave and the Bold cartoon, like the Bat Train."
Yes, yeah.
Train. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got Eric Lawton who says, "Hi, Kevin and Mark. How are you both doing today?" It's Eric Lawton from Ottawa, Canada. So welcome, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Yeah. Dale Mack says, "I'd like to see the Yoda. I think I would, being a Star Wars fan."
Yeah, that was tested. It's going to be, I think, by the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be very much like the ET. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see as a Star Wars fan, probably. I wasn't a massive ET fan, but as a Star Wars fan, yeah, I'd probably like to see the Yoda come out. But I'd also look to see the Star Destroyer come out.
Yeah, it's tested, and so was the AT-AT as well. So,
even though I think the AT-ATs could be very like a figure build. How many legs has it got?
4. So yeah.
That's a long slog.
Yeah,
it's a bit like the Darth Vader at the moment. That is just so slow. But that's what it's like with figure builds. Figure builds are just very slow. The Optimus Prime was the same. The Terminator was the same. You know, they're just very slow builds, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't mind the figure builds. I actually prefer them.
Yeah.
But they are a very slow process because I think size-wise as well. Yeah. And obviously you're building one arm, one leg, and they're symmetrical. So you're doing it twice, and
yeah. Eric says it would be nice scale of Batman like Spider-Man. There is the build for that, but it's just not in the UK.
Yeah, there's a big one. There's a 1/2 scale Batman.
Yeah,
that Hachette did, and there was, as far as I was aware, there was plans for it to be released here, but it just went away. I don't really know why. I don't know whether they could get the license.
Yeah,
I know they're very, very funny on the Batman license, Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Because if you remember rightly, Hachette got the rights for the Tumbler.
Yeah.
But Agora couldn't acquire the license for it, so that's why they didn't take it on.
So
yeah.
I mean, I'd love, but probably not going to happen, is I'd love to see the Graf Zeppelin in the UK.
Yeah, it's been mentioned a few times.
Yeah, I'd love to do the Graf Zeppelin. That's in Germany at the moment. That looks absolutely awesome.
The aircraft carrier.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd love to do something like that. Would be amazing, but it depends if they can get the license for it in the UK.
Yeah, never say never.
No, but
it's always possible.
I did email Hachette about that, and they said, "Oh, we'll look into it." But I think
it'd be interesting if they released the. Do you remember they tested around this time last year the animatronic T-Rex?
Yes.
It'd be interesting if they come out with that.
Yeah. But I'd really, really love them to, bring out the Graf Zeppelin in the UK.
Yeah. Military stuff seems to do very well anyway.
Yeah, it does.
So, I also noticed, there was something else actually I noticed. The Lancaster is coming out in France.
Okay.
I can't remember where I saw it. I don't know if someone sent it to me actually. But yeah, it's coming out in France.
Right.
The Lancaster.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Because I know they got the Spitfire in France.
They did, yeah.
And probably all its problems as well. But
we'll find out.
We won't go there.
No.
Mine's a great static model, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Jeff Light says the Tumblr is mine, and I can remember all the Batmobiles.
Yeah, I've got a book somewhere of all of them in.
Yeah.
But there, do you remember years ago when Eagle Moss did the Batman vehicle collection?
Oh, gosh, that was a while ago.
They did it a very while ago. It's one of their really old builds. But then it was like, well, how many can they do? And they did everything. Do you remember they had like the Joker copter and I think it was like a Catwoman bike and all of that. They just went to town with it, and they done all the stuff from the comics as well.
Yes.
And it was just endless. I was like, oh wow, they're really deep diving here.
Well, wasn't the Eagle Moss Marvel collection that just went ridiculously?
Yeah. I find a lot of these sort of collection things that they do, they sort of deep dive. They sort of. So I've collected, which is, it's upstairs with the Star Trek fact file, but I also collected the Eagle Moss Marvel fact file.
Right.
And that went on forever. That went on for like 270 issues. But at some points, it was like they were taking characters that were like only ever appeared in one comic. So like Santa Claus.
Right.
So there's a whole profile on Santa Claus because he was in a Marvel comic.
Right.
So they've done a whole thing on Santa Claus. And I was like, wow, that's a real deep dive. That is, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolverine helped Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Yep, it happened.
Ken Fairclough says Sean Connery, Tom Baker, and Michael Keaton. So that's his favourite Bond.
There we go.
Doctor and Batman. So Eric says true. We've got Horlicks in who says good evening all. Good evening, Horlicks. Welcome.
Hi, Horlicks.
And then he says agree with both. So
yeah, what was your Doctor then? Oh no, you didn't really watch Doctor Who, did you?
Never watched it.
No, I watched it when I was younger, but I prefer David Tennant. He was a much better Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spice Bruce says, I don't think the dino went live. It is not on the German Wahasha site.
No, it was tested, but I think it was around this time last year. It just, do you remember they tested it and it was a right curveball and it was like, well, that's a bit different. So
basically, we'll mention it. The biggest test that never came out, Hogwarts Express.
Yeah. We've had lots of tests. That was the biggest one that never came out. We had like you're saying, we had the Star Destroyer. We had the AT-AT. In this country, we had the Gran Torino, the Starsky and Hutch car, was it?
Mm. Yes.
Yeah, that was tested here. We also had the King Tiger tank. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was tested here. These are all tests that never came out over here.
I'm wondering though, with the Hogwarts Express, with the new Harry Potter
TV
they're making, are we going to see a Hogwarts Express but different, made to like the TV series?
We might do. It by the way, it is a different loco as well. It's a completely different train. So yeah, we might do.
Yeah. Eric says, when I was traveling, I noticed a shop in Hong Kong, model builds and figures inside airport shops inside. Wow.
Yeah, in Hong Kong and that, Chinese and Japanese, they go nuts for models. It's a big thing.
Will you look about what they did in Japan with the doll's house? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, just continued it. I think it's been extended again. I think it's been extended more and more.
Yeah, you can have a village, not a doll's house.
Yeah.
Telling you. Yeah. Mickey's raking it in with the money.
Oh yeah, they love Mickey Mouse and all that sort of stuff. I mean, you got to think that they done the Tracy Island as well.
Oh yes,
didn't they? Yeah. So you kind of think, Thunderbirds it's a British thing, but actually, it's quite big over there.
Yeah. We've got John's model making in, saying evening all. Good evening, John. Welcome.
Hi, John. Welcome.
And we've got Andy Carroll who says, hi, guys. How was your week? Hi, all in chat. Week not too bad. Wish I could build some of the models I'm building.
Yeah, yeah, good week.
My only thing on why the Lancaster is late is they're sending a fix for the undercarriage doors.
Oh yeah, it might be.
So I'm wondering, is that why they are 2 weeks? Because if you got it from the shops, you wouldn't get that fix.
Right. Okay. It was only subscribers, was it?
I'm thinking so. So I'm wondering if it's delayed by 2 weeks, is that 2 weeks because we are going to get the replacement hinges for the undercarriage doors?
It might be.
So we've been right a couple of times on this show. So I'm wondering that's what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
Matthew Gibbons says, what about the Eagle Moss Doctor Who figurine collection? How many of those did they do?
Yeah, they did lots, and I think they've started another company. I think Master Replicas have started them back up again. But yeah, that was another thing where they very difficult. I think it's the same with the Star Trek ships. They just went on.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the ships they did, which was brilliant, but they were in the background and they were so you couldn't even make out what they were. But
yeah,
Eagle Moss actually made them, so props to them for doing that. There was no need to, but they did.
You think about Master Replicas now. Ben Robinson went over from Eagle Moss to Master Replicas to work for them.
Yeah, he did. I think he's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andy Carroll says, is it me? Are you guys on early this week? Yes, Kev's got somewhere to be, so we're only on till 6:45 tonight.
Yeah.
D says John Pertwee and Tom Baker. That's
right, okay.
Dale Mac 3D says, I grew up with Peter Davidson.
Right, okay. Yeah, I sort of grew up on around that sort of time. I think it was probably later than that, sort of the 80s.
Yeah.
And it was always on in the background, but I never really took much notice until it came back in 2005.
Yeah.
I love Christopher Eccleston, but David Tennant played the Doctor so well. It was,
For me, he was on in the background, and if I did notice it, it gave me absolute nightmares. So that's why I just never was a Doctor Who fan at all.
Yeah.
So, and back then, you watch stuff in the 80s and you'd think kids are absolutely be petrified of that now. But, yeah.
Do you remember the stuff we used to watch in the 80s when we were like 7 or 8? Arachnophobia and Nightmare on Elm Street and Aliens.
Yeah, and some of them were probably...
RoboCop. I think I was about 10 when I saw the first RoboCop movie. And the bit where he's getting shot apart?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, oh wow, okay.
Okay.
Only little.
How many TV channels cut that out when they were?
Yeah, it was very well. I've got the definitive edition, and that scene's a lot longer and a lot more gory than I remembered it. Because I think when it went on to syndication, they cut a load of stuff out.
Yeah.
And it's very tame. If you watch it on the telly, that scene is very tamed. If you get the definitive edition, it's really gory.
The guy that drives into the acid, that.
Yeah, that guy that drives in. Yeah, he comes. Yeah.
Oh, crazy! Absolutely, but yeah, that gives kids nightmares today.
Yeah, arachnophobia. I think I put that down because my wife saw that when she was little as well, and she hates spiders. So I'm blaming arachnophobia for that because she watched that film. She's terrified of clowns as well because she was about 10 when she saw It.
Right, yeah, okay. Steve says George Reeves, William Hartnell, and Sean Connery.
There you go.
Horlick says, I was upset I signed up for the Hogwarts. Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah, there was so much interest in that.
And it's the trial that still crops up, even though, what was it, about 4 years ago?
Wait, what was it, 2019?
No, it was in the pandemic.
2020,
about 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah, it's about 5 years. Yeah, about 5 years. 2020, I think.
Yeah, still mentioned is the Hogwarts Express ever coming out?
It's on par with with Johnny Five. Like everyone wants Johnny Five, and if it's not that, it's the Hogwarts Express. And I've always, I've said on this channel many times, I said it's a train. People want a train build.
So it could happen with the TV series. We never know.
Yeah. With the new TV show coming out, and they're filming it all around here. So yeah,
could happen, but probably not what they advertised at the time.
Because if they do the film Hogwarts Express, it's different to the TV series.
Yes,
because they've already shown what the TV series one is. It's a different class of train. So yeah.
Eric says, "Thank you for good comments." So,
it's okay, Eric.
We've got Ron Heaton on saying hi, Mark, panel, and all in chat. Good evening, Ron. Welcome.
Hi, Ron.
And David Holly says there will never be a better Doctor Who than the original William Hartnell. Great Doctor, scary stories, Daleks to name but one.
Yeah.
So there we go. Spider Spruce says, well, the TARDIS is now a Star Trek ship.
It is indeed.
Of Strange New Worlds a couple weeks ago. A blink and you miss it.
Yeah, it was definitely there.
There we go.
Yeah, it's been posted and everything. Yeah, a couple of it was last week's episode, not this week's episode, last week's one, or the week before. There was a scene where it cuts to the outside the ship, and as it's panning down, there is clearly a TARDIS sitting on the warp nacelle, a little tiny one.
It's a bit like the tumbler in Star Wars.
Yeah, the tumblers in Star Wars
Awakens.
Yeah, there's also if there's a few scenes. So on Star Trek First Contact, you can see the Millennium Falcon.
Yes.
And on the Star Trek 2009 film with Chris Pine, you can see R2-D2 as well.
Yeah. There's all these little Easter eggs everywhere.
Yeah. They're there. They will just snick them in, and then they sort of like, oh look, it's canon.
Matthew Gibbons says, I was 5 years old when I saw an American Werewolf in London, and it scared me for life.
Scared
me for life.
Yeah.
Andy Carroll says, Eight-Legged Freaks was good film too.
Yeah, that was a comedy. What did you ever see that one?
No.
It was I think it was David Arquette, and basically the spiders drank some serum stuff, and they grew massive.
Right.
Really big. And they sort of terrorize the town. All these different spiders that are like 10 foot high.
A bit like the Gremlins, the first movie. That was a comedy and a Christmas film.
Yeah.
You would not think of Gremlins as a comedy and a Christmas film.
Yeah, it's a Christmas. Yeah, they say anything that's based at Christmas is a Christmas film.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Same as Die Hard.
Yep, same as Die Hard. Yeah.
D says, I was brought up watching vampire movies and Salem's Lot TV series. Loved it. Yeah. Eric says, Mark and Kev, do you know how to get magazine on Build the Ghostbusters Ecto 1? I have some parts I buy on eBay, and person did not have magazine from 1 to 22 parts, no magazine.
Ask in the Facebook groups.
Yeah.
Someone will definitely be able to help you out there. Also, check out Marvel Phoenix. So what's that? mypartworks.com.
Yes.
That will help.
Yes, I think he's actually built it, hasn't he?
Yeah, and all the instructions and how you build it are all on there.
Yeah. So check out mypartworks.com.
Yeah.
Todd should have them on there, but
yeah,
I can't remember. I moved since. I can't remember what I did with my magazines. The Ecto. I think they could be in the loft.
Yeah, well, you know me and magazines.
Terminator Gate. That's the last time you are ever going to film throwing away magazines in a bin.
I don't know. I've debated about doing that again. So
you had a massive complaint about doing that.
Well, the thing is that I sort of offer them to people, and no one wants them, and so they have to go in the recycling, and then people get upset that I've done that. So I don't know. I don't know.
You can't win no matter what you do.
Can't win. No, can't win on that one.
I remember that backlash from you.
Oh yeah.
The way it went crazy.
Yeah, people weren't happy.
No, not at all. So some I get rid of, some I don't.
Yeah, I've still got my my Optimus Prime issues because I like the reference on that. I've got rid of the Tumblr ones. They've all gone.
Yeah.
I think all the Dollhouse ones, I think they've all gone as well. I can't remember what I've done with them. Well, I think Kirsty's done something with them. I don't know where they are.
The amount of models that some of us do, we'd be on in a bookshop by the end of it.
Oh yeah, I always thought that they should do them like they should just give you the sheets and then do it as a book with all the info in.
Yeah.
Or I've always said this as well, though. I think they should give you all the instructions, all the magazines in one issue.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't give any parts, but you just get all the instructions, and then you've got them all there. They wouldn't have to then print out magazines for every issue.
Now I could understand. I can understand. Say you built the Alien, but you built it from the parts from France. You throwing out them magazines because they're in a completely different language.
Yeah, I put that on the Aliens group, and someone took them off me. Someone said, "I'll have them even if they're in French." And I went, "Done," and I sent them off.
There we go. Kevin and Mary say, "I've been all the magazines."
Lots of people do, but lots of people got very upset with me when I binned them.
I would, out of all the magazines, I've kept the Optimus Prime ones. I will keep the Lancaster and the Titanic ones because there are a lot of information in there. I don't know about the Enterprise D build though.
I will keep the Enterprise D ones because I like the episode reference in them.
Yeah.
It gives you a reference on what happens in the episode and what they built and everything. I like all of that. But yes, it's a real difficult one because they take up a bit of room. I don't get rid of the magazines until the build is finished.
Right. Yeah. Well,
once the build's finished, then I get rid of them all. I don't do that until it finishes.
I think the Enterprise D, the way the folders work, they don't take up much space.
Yeah. I'm talking about the original folders.
Yeah, not the binders.
Original binders.
Yeah, the original binders, not the slip cases that they do.
Yes.
Spice Bruce says, saw Alien when I was 11 and the iconic They Lie live movie when I was 9. Well, when I was 11, I saw Basic Instinct and that didn't scare the life out of me.
No.
D says, let me know. That's some to Dave Mack, I think.
Right, okay.
D says, well, an early customary good night, gents, and I'll see you both next week. Thank you, D.
Cheers, D.
David Hawley says, I keep all my magazine. We've got Diddy Krefeld saying, hey, Nexus.
Hiya.
Hello, welcome. D asks, Kev, you live tomorrow night?
Yes. Yeah.
Last Monday, though, to be live tomorrow
It's the last Monday, yeah. We'll say at the end, but something coming up.
Dave Mack says, I won't be throwing away the Titanic mags. A lot of good reading in them. Yes, I agree with you. And then Dave Mack Bill says, another great stream tonight, guys. Cheers. So, we'll let you know what's going on. So, tomorrow night, you are live, Kev, doing your normal game.
Yeah.
Okay. But the following Monday, you will be live, but you won't be gaming.
No.
Because my idea, but you're resurrecting it.
Yes.
So you explain.
Yeah. So basically, years ago, I used to do something where I used to live interview other modelers and YouTubers and all that sort of stuff. I've stopped doing that. Mark mentioned about resurrecting it, and I said, brilliant. So me and Mark are going to resurrect our Partworks live interview. And so every Monday we're going to give you a new interview, and we're going to interview people from the community. If you're watching this, if you want to be on it, let us know. And it's sort of like a no holds barred interview where you get to know the person behind the camera, if you know what I mean. So all questions are available. We'll be doing it live. Sometimes we won't be. It depends who we're interviewing and stuff like that. But we're hoping to do it live. If not, it will still be on a Monday. But it will just be pre-recorded. And the first one is next Monday, not tomorrow, but next Monday. And Mark's going to interview me.
Going forward, Kev will be in that position.
I'll be there.
I'll be doing the trap. Because he'll be hosting it. So
we're hosting it together. But we'll have. We've already got some people lined up. Horlicks. Hopefully Ian and World Wayne would come on and talk to us. We're hoping to sort of build it up and maybe get some people from, maybe Agora Models to come on and talk to us and stuff like that. And like I said, it's a bit of like no holds bar sort of thing. So we know that you're a modeler, but how did you do that? And what are you like as a person? And as we're live, messages will come in and Mark will pick some messages out for us to ask and stuff like that. So
just a chance to expand the show.
And to get to know us as well, and to get up to know you as well, everyone we're interviewing, what makes you tick and stuff like that. So
right, I'll swap us back now. There we go. Okay, I'll catch you with this chat before we go. So Diddy says, building my Dalek still, LOL.
Brilliant.
Steve131 says, bon voyage.
Cheers, Steve.
Spider Sprue says, great stream, guys. Good night. Good night, Spider Sprue.
See you, Spider.
Eric says, sorry for opening a can of worms.
No, it's fine.
David Holt says, gonna say good night, guys. Cracking stream, guys, again. Thank you, David.
Cheers, David.
Horlick says, if anyone after my Root Master Bluetooth mods, there's only 2 available. When gone, they gone. So,
brilliant. Yeah.
Check that out. Eric says, and magazine issues. Thank you, Mark and Kev, for good ideas. No problem.
Brilliant.
Steve131, I think he's saying cool. Will's Workshop says, I'll be live Tuesday night utilizing my brand new camera. There we go.
Yeah, I saw that. Lovely.
Okay. D says, Mark, switch back, please. Confusing, LOL. And Eric says, I think good idea. So there we go.
Brilliant.
Will's Workshop says, good night, all. Have a good one.
Cheers, Will.
Kevin and Mary says, night, everyone. See you next week. Maybe as going to Radio 2 party in the park. Wow.
Lovely. Enjoy yourself.
And Eric says, good night, Mark and Kev. Thank you. No problem.
Cheers,
so we're going to leave it there, guys, so Kev can get off and watch his wrestling.
Yep.
Apart from Wednesday, I've got a video for every week. I managed to do it. So apart from Wednesday. So you, Kev?
Yeah, there'll be your normal videos. There'll be videos every day. So, yeah.
Okay. Diddy says, good chatting, guys. Speak again soon. Horlicks says, okay, have a good night, all. No problem.
See you, Horlicks.
See you, Horlicks. D says, Partwork podcast, LOL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Andy Cole says, see you next week. By the way, Bruce, the Shark's Eye at auction, open bid 25k.
Jesus.
And our mum and son said, sorry we missed you all. Hi, Tammy Ray, and good night. So, guys, thanks for your comments. As always, thank you for all the interaction in the chat. Just leaves me to say, I've been Mark.
And I've been Kev.
And we'll catch you all next week, guys.
See you later, guys.
Bye.